This time on Impavidus, equipment fails. We help out a Swedish family when their anode falls off their drive leg, and then we have our own problems. Well, now we're stuck because we've got 30 metres of chain out. We subscribed to a Facebook page called Med Sailing. A family put out a call for help and some advice about their anode. We gave them the advice and offered to help them out by fitting the anode at sea. We were literally only just a few miles from them, and the next day they duly arrived about 10:30 in the morning. The anode had been rattling on their journey down through the French canals and eventually fallen off. They were also worried it might have struck the rudder, so I donned my scuba gear and went and had a look. I checked the bearings and the leading edge of the rudder and then moved on to the base, and although the anti-foul was wearing away, there was just a small piece of damage at the bottom of the rudder. I think this had been done previously, but nothing to worry about. Now they had the option to lift out in a couple of weeks' time and then go back to Sweden, but if we could get the anode on, it meant they could have extended cruising time and wouldn't have to worry about their anode or their drive leg. I then moved on to the drive leg, and it was clear that the anode had been rattling in its location holes for some time, and one of them was elongated. While I was doing the inspection and recording it on my GoPro, Jacob, who had his own GoPro, was filming all the action. Some really good footage. Young man's got talent. Now while we were in a sheltered bay, there was quite a bit of swell around, so both us and the boats were going up and down. Quite difficult to film underwater under these conditions. The observant among you will see that I've actually got air leaking from the first stage on the top of my bottle. It wasn't leaking when I did my dip test, but we later found one of the O-rings had got a little nick in it, but that's replaced now. So I'd actually tied a line to my Allen wrench to make sure that if I dropped it, it didn't disappear into the sand about 5 metres below. It actually got in the way a little bit, and I could have done with a shorter piece of line. Cindy was actually filming as well with our GoPro, but it didn't come out. We think we might have nudged one of the buttons and turned it off rather than turned it on. Thank goodness for Jacob and his new GoPro. The anode was fixed, the family came over and we had coffee and sat chatting all afternoon. Jacob gave us his footage to use in this video. We're really grateful. The next day, it was time for them to set sail.
Viking horns, yeah.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Sail safe.
Yeah, the Vikings keep traveling.
Do you think we'll manage without you?
Yeah. You've only got to pick the phone up.
Thank you.
No problem.
You're welcome. Nice meeting you. And you. Bye bye.
Lovely family.
It's really great to be able to help people out. And you know what? They gave us a bottle of champagne for our trouble. If you see them on your travels, say hi. From us. They even posted a public thank you on Med Sailing Facebook. A couple of days later, we moved to here, Agate, and that's where our trouble started.
Well, now we're stuck because we've got 30 metres of chain out. The bloody windlass has packed up. Just suddenly went pop and blew the fuse. So I'm going to have to take that apart and see what's wrong with it. It's more, we've got a bit of a blow coming in. We're supposed to be on a mooring ball tonight, but we won't know till 5 o'clock. So I'm going to have to pull this anchor up, all 30 metres of chain out there somewhere manually. Right, 0 ohms there, 0 ohms there, it's definitely blown. That's definitely blown, and that little tag's come out, look. That little orange tag, which means it's blown. You can actually open these up, but we've got a spare. I know it's not the relay because I've just checked that. I think there's a problem with the motor. Okay, boat's safe for the moment, but it is going to get up tonight, so 25-30 knots. So what we'll do is we'll check with the marineros to make sure that we've got a mooring ball, and then I'll pull the anchor up by hand.
Well, that'd be fun.
Yeah. David did say give me a hand if I needed. But
how much chain you got out? About 30 metres?
About 30 metres, yeah. But where the mooring balls are, immediately it's a northeasterly that's coming through strong, and the land is immediately on the northeast, so it will be well protected. Where we are now, we're out in an open bay, and although the anchor's dug in like a tick, there's a lot of dead weed, and you know, I could manually put out a load more chain, but I think we're better on a mooring ball. Then we can get some Wi-Fi if I need to get some spare parts. But last time I put the anchor, it was lucky we were putting the anchor out, not pulling it in, wasn't it, really? So okay, let's put that plan into action. I've taken the windlass apart. There was no problem with the relay, but there's something really strange happening with this motor, because I'm getting a resistance. I'm getting a resistance in some places, and then when I turn the armature around, I'm actually getting a dead short. So there's something very strange happening with this motor. It's not right. But luckily it's got some screws and we can take it apart, have a look what's wrong with it.
And we dived the mooring buoy to make sure it was safe.
Dived the mooring buoy to make sure it's safe. But just gently. That don't look good. The bearing's okay. There's lots of, that's the armature, carbon. Again, there's loads of muck from the brushes. Oh, hang on. That will do it. Holy moly. Right, what's actually happened is the brushes are okay, they're all contacting on the commutator, but the armature winding
has burnt out on one winding, and it's obviously heated up, and that's what the dead short was. When I can you see that wire? I'll put it there. It's short. It was short into the field magnets. That's why I was getting the right resistance around the motor, but a dead short in one spot.
Well, at least you know what it is now.
Yeah. Well, we won't be anchoring for a while because these are made by Lumar. They must have a dealer in. They must have a dealer here. Okay, let's get on the confuser, and we've got a part number. So won't take long to Google that. Right, I've got onto Lumar in the UK because luckily we're an hour ahead of them, and a very nice man put me in touch with another very nice man called Harvey from Technar in France. They are the European distributor in France for Lumar. He is able to get me a motor, and he's able to send it to YDR Marine, to another very nice man whose name escapes me now, Carl I think it was, at Big Ship. So that's the good news. The bad news is today is Wednesday, they don't think it's going to be there until next Tuesday morning, so we will have to sail safe in it, or as our motto, sail safe. I'm not going to sea in a boat where I can't deploy the anchor in an emergency. So we are, the forecasts, it's going to blow up tonight, but then the rest of the week and the weekend it's pretty light winds, so we will have to stay here. Then we can go up to the marina, the next one on the coast, because it's not far up, it's just past Cairns. I'm going to make something so that I can deploy the anchor manually, because there's a socket on the side that I can fit, but I can't get a socket wrench in there, so I think I've got a T-bar in the tools that I can use. So in an emergency we could deploy the anchor and retrieve it, but at the moment we can't, unless we, jury rig lines around the anchor and pull it in on the winch, and that means putting the chain on the deck and all those kind of things. So I don't really want to do that. Safety first, we don't need to move. Let's get ourselves sorted, get this on order, oh, hang on, he's just emailed me back, because I emailed him and said, right, how do I pay for it? And he said, where are we? Remy, sorry, that was his name. He said, it's okay, you will pay when you come on store. Have a nice day, kind regards. So I haven't got to pay a deposit. It's ordered and it will be there on Tuesday morning. So we'll stay put. It's not a big thing, but I'm a bit concerned as to why that went. The winch reassembled and a way to deploy and retrieve our chain, we moved on to Cairns, on the way to Antibes, where the new motor will be waiting for us.
We'd arrived just a couple of days before the Cairns boat show. There was security everywhere, and even the National Guard are out patrolling, fully armed.
What's a solar trash can?
It's got a solar light on the top of it.
It's got panels, but they're filthy dirty. They're down to about 50% efficiency. So what does it do?
Cairns was really expensive, not just the marina, but drinks, coffees, anywhere we went, and we decided we'd move on the next day.
Local anchorage. Oh, hang on. Monastery or something like that? Building. Tinternet. I suppose you're allowed to land over there anyway. Thanks for watching. We make these videos for you. Please like and hit the subscribe button. Next, Boat Electrics Made Easy. Out soon.
So
Sail safe.